Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of April 5th, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. I've already released that reading, and I will pin yours at the end of this video. However, the tarot card of the week reading is intended to be a message to you from source, something that they want you to focus on or go within so you can make the decision that is best for you and your life at this time. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Capricorn collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Where's the tarot card of the week here for the Capricorn collective for the week of April 5th, 2026? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Tarot card of the week, Justice. What needs to be resolved and set right in your life? Well, Justice is Libra energy, and Libra is the house of marriage, partnerships, relationships, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Hierophant. What am I ready to commit to in my life? So there's some type of, I don't want to call it traditional, but some type of long-lasting connection here in your life. Hierophant could be your connection to a community group, a political group, a religious organization. It could be with your partner, whether you're married to them or not, or you just have a profound sense of commitment to them. Hierophant could also be to the relationship you have with yourself in terms of your spirituality. So let's see where we go with this. And if this is career related, the Hierophant and career and finance readings for me typically comes up as the corporation or the entity, the business that we work for. All right, tell me more about this here. Could even be for those of you where you work for yourselves. Tell me more about Justice. Why is this a tarot card of the week for the Capricorn collective for the week of April 5th, 2026? What needs to be resolved and set right in your life? Thank you. Came out face up, so we're going to take them. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the King of Cups. That's not you. 7 of Wands and the World card. Oh, it is you. Okay. The bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Temperance, and that's them. 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Tower. Some type of news, information, communication found you. I feel like it destabilized something in your life. You look very unhappy here in that 9 of Cups card. Okay. So you have had a destabilizing experience with someone, very emotionally heavy. Now you're very guarded. Some kind of chapter here has closed or is closing with someone that you have profound love or respect for. It could be a family member, a friend, could be your partner, maybe your spouse. The 10 of Cups is typically individuals that we really bring within our inner circle. They share our happiness almost on a day-to-day basis. So this individual, maybe this happened during Sagittarius season, has already started to move away from you. Or at least that's your perception. Okay, 10 of Wands, what happened here? Because whether or not you want this person back, the emotional weight that occurred here needs to be handled, dealt with, healed. One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Wands, clarified that. Page of Swords showed itself again. Ace of Swords and the Hermit. So some type of, again, information, communication, realization destabilized you here emotionally. I feel like you sort of have buried it in the Hermit energy. I don't think you have told a lot of people about this, or if you have, you haven't told them to the depth that this has affected you, or maybe you haven't given them all of the details. There's something here about concealing, and it's like, I got this, I can handle this, I can, you know, and the whole world doesn't need to know that I'm aching over this. 7 of Wands. Tell me about the 7 of Wands. Tell me about the 7 of Wands. Okay. We have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. I think this is you shutting down emotionally. Sometimes I could look at the 3 of Swords as someone who has healed or they're in the process of healing. But this is clarifying the 7 of Wands. So it's almost like you're blocking or resisting healing. You don't even want to look at this wound. I don't blame you. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be looked at. The Magician and the 5 of Swords. Oof. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. It's a judgment call you made here at some point in time where maybe you felt gaslit or betrayed or manipulated by someone and it caused you heartache. And you're like, I don't even want to see it. I don't want to acknowledge it. This chapter is over. Whether I'm reconciling with this person or not, those are still feelings I don't want to look at. I know the truth. I know what happened. Doesn't feel very fucking good. Sorry for cursing. So I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to move on. If you have a Sagittarius placement, I highly recommend that you look at that reading. Or maybe you are a cusper, meaning your birthday is within a few days of Sagittarius season ending and Capricorn season beginning. And I would say give or take by 5 or 7 days in one direction or the other. I would look at their reading. They had something very similar where they're carrying on and they don't really want to acknowledge what occurred here, emotionally speaking. I mean, they're well aware of what happened, as are you, but I don't want to feel that. But in order for this connection to come back together again, or for you to just be a whole healthy person, emotionally speaking, to move forward, this still has to be processed and worked through. Tell me a little bit about this other person. Tell me a little bit about this other person. What's behind the Hierophant? 7 of Pentacles. So you were engaged on some level with this person for a long time. Again, the job, the boss, the community group, the marriage, the partner. You were invested. 8 of Wands. Justice again. And the Ace of Cups. Let's get a yes or no on this. If we get an ace or a major arcana card, that would be a yes. Is this Capricorn? Is this Capricorn? One more shuffle here. Thank you. No, 6 of Cups. This is the other person. So your feeling here, I'm going to read this 2 ways. Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I'm going to read this 2 different ways. I feel like I have 2 very distinct groups of you. The one thing you all have in common is this horrible experience that you had with this person. And then the Capricorn collective splits. 50% of you are like, I can save this. That's the old chapter. I just close that book, or I close that chapter. I start the next chapter. Or I start the next book with this person. We can fast forward right through that healing. We're just going to jump right into the Ace of Cups and we're going to reconcile. We're going to leave down our past. We're never going to acknowledge what happened back there. Not so fast. Because those feelings will linger and they will resurface and they will come out in aggression towards this person in the future. Just when you think things are mellow and calm, you will experience little triggers, a scent or a song that you heard or you experienced on the day that this all happened. Something that was happening in the news is resurrected and you're like, oh, that's the day that happened. So you will have these small pressure points along the way. And they're just going to grow and expand and cause more turmoil in the connection for you. Then I have the other 50% of group of you. Like, this all happened. I don't want to acknowledge it. The person's a, piece of crap. I'm just going to move on. Fast forward. I don't need to recognize that. I don't need to recalibrate myself. I'm just jumping into taking care of myself, possibly even in another partnership. I'm just going to leave that in the past. Not the best way to deal with this either. You're still carrying that weight and it's going to affect you in the long run in even your next connection because that pain was never dealt with. And I don't know how long ago you dealt with this. I mean, for some of you with Sagittarius season, for others of you, this could have been 7+ years ago with that 7 of Pentacles there at the bottom of the deck looking at me. So you'll have to take the message how it resonates to you. But this chapter may have closed out. What you do afterwards is entirely up to you. But this still needs to be reconciled. Chariot to the Tower. Because as you move forward, you will experience one tower after another as a result of that not being dealt with. Some of you are of the belief that this person very quickly is moving on to someone else. You're not wrong about that. If you know that to be 100% certain, like they left you for someone else, they're going to experience this also. One tower after another with that person. And I'm not telling you that to make you feel better, like, yeah, mother effer is going to get theirs. It's because neither of you are really processing what happened here. There's obviously betrayal here, manipulation. Magician to the 5 of Swords is a gaslighter. I'm not a clinical psychologist, but it's someone who tends to show up as a narcissist. Because the Magician look, I'm a Gemini. That's my card. I share that with Virgo. And the truth be told, any zodiac sign can be the magician. It just means that we're at a point or place in our life where we possess all of the aces and we're making good use of them. We're saying to the world, to the universe, this is what I want, and I'm willing to put in the effort to acquire it. So yeah, it is a magician. It's a little bit of a manipulative energy, but it can be used for good in that respect when we're working in concert with God or the universe, whatever you call that higher deity, to get things done, to get things accomplished. But when it's coupled with the Five of Swords, this is, I'm now using all of my skills and talents to manipulate people so I can get away with something, so I don't get caught. So it turns into abuse. It goes from power in a good sense, self-empowerment, to power over another person. I'm not worried about this other person and what they're doing or not doing in terms of their healing. They can check out their zodiac sign if they're interested in healing. I'm more concerned about you here. So whether you're reconnecting with this person or still involved with them, or you're choosing to go your own way, we still need to face this ending. So the World card, how can Capricorn face this ending this week? Or begin to face it. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. There's something here about processing this grief. I don't know if for some of you this was third party. Three swords held, three swords here. Someone's juggling three cups here behind someone else's back. I've got two cups here. It's possible. Don't take that if it's not yours. Don't accuse your person of it if you don't have absolute truth. But there is something here about we need to create time, Wheel of Fortune being time, to heal what occurred here. We can't just turn our back on it and walk away and walk into the future. So just creating a little bit of time. I don't think you have to spend, maybe some of you were married to this person you want to be, or you shared house and home with them, or that was the dream you had. Or again, if this is work related, or again, with some community group, it offered your life a level of structure and stability. And then there was a misuse of trust here. Yeah, Five of Wands, and created quite the conflict for you, for them, and for the connection that you have with them. Can I get a couple of cards here on how they can begin to process this? So I do see the creation of time there with the Wheel of Fortune. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Wands, small, Eight of Swords, to deal with what it is here that you're thinking about in terms of this partnership or connection. And some of you are having like an inability to sleep. This is on 24 hours a day. I usually see the Eight of Swords like during the day. I'm actively, consciously or subconsciously thinking about it. And then it gets to a point where it's disturbing my sleep, whether I realize it or not. So some of you, maybe you're dealing with insomnia. You're waking up 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Or maybe you're just oversleeping. And that's because you're so tired from still mentally processing this during the day. Even if you're not fully aware that you're mentally processing it, it's still like a hamster on the wheel in your subconscious while you're washing dishes and going to work and tending to all of your other responsibilities. You're still processing this ending. Nine of Swords to the Death card. So I would create a little bit of time. I typically use a timer, like a kitchen timer, an egg timer, a cooking timer. If you don't have that, don't waste money on it. You can use your phone. You can be conscious and set a clock or an alarm clock. But I would create a little bit of time, 10 minutes a day or 15 minutes every other day. Again, don't drown yourself in this. Don't allow it to consume you. It's already consuming you mentally. Don't allow it to completely overtake you emotionally. But I would create some time to acknowledge it, to heal it, to feel it, to go within, to figure out honestly what happened, what transpired here, what did you miss. These will all be very beneficial to you when it comes to your healing journey. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. Again, whether you're fixing this or not, you're moving on from this person or this group of people even, it's important that you reconcile that within yourself. One more shuffle. Thank you. Whether you go forward with them or not, it'll give you the closure you need. King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Devil. Yeah, there. I'm not concerned to see the Devil. That's you. That's your major arcana card. So yeah, this is definitely you needing to go within. And you know, the Three of Swords is Saturn and Libra. And it's a painful lesson there. Saturn is typically about lessons. So it's a painful lesson in regards to this partnership or this connection. But before you just move forward and think, I'm going to forget about this, there's something here about you being able to move into the future, whether this person or these people are part of it or not, in a very controlled, balanced, and grounded way. And the best way for you to do that is just allocate a little bit of time to process this regretful but necessary period in your life where you need to do some introspection and heal this. Knight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Tower. The good times, the reconnection, connecting with another person, with other people, that's all waiting for you. You don't have to jump into it immediately. I would focus a little bit of this. And for those of you who are like, but I have kids and I have pets and I have plants and I have responsibilities and I can't spend a lot of time on this, that's okay. You can do both. You can enjoy your independence. You can maybe reconcile this connection or hang out with friends or family members or connect with a community group online or something like that, or in person. You can do all of this and still allocate a little time to feel all of this. Healing's not linear. No one says you can't move on and you can't move forward until you do this, but it is saying you won't truly be able to enjoy this if you don't heal this, because at Three of Cups, every time you are met with reconciliation or a good time, something is going to trigger this experience for you. So it's best if you can begin to heal it, even if it happened 20 or 30 years ago. That'll help you to become more emotionally balanced. And so you can really, truly enjoy whatever this Three of Cups is for you. Partnership with this person or with someone else, or like I said, just with your friends or community, whether that's in person or online. That's what I have for you, Capricorn, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, be soft and gentle with yourself as you move through this process. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.